Alright guys, so here we go. I got my prescription for the Testosterone Cypionate. I went and did my first injection at the doctor's, and they're okay with me doing my own. So I wanted to make a video on it so you guys could see firsthand what it's all about, you know, drawing it up and all that good stuff. It's very similar to Cystic in terms of drawing it up, pushing the air in, pulling it back out, but there's no mixing, and you have to be a little bit more sterile about it because obviously the needle's going to be going into your body instead of just into a nebulizer. So I have the prescription for Testosterone Cypionate. It's 10 mLs in the bottle. My prescription is for 1 ml every 2 weeks, which is 200 milligrams of testosterone. So it's a brand new bottle, hasn't been opened yet. I've got one of my needles from the Cystic that I get, which is a 21 gauge needle. I'm not sure if you guys can read that or not. And then they gave me, cost me like 40 cents for 2 of these, which I think is ridiculous, but they gave me a 25 gauge 1-inch needle. So I'll be drawing it up with a 21, which will make it a lot easier because it is kind of thick. And I have a couple alcohol prep pads, one for the top and one for my arm. So pretty easy. Already washed my hands, all that good stuff. So we'll pop that off. And we'll get all this stuff undone right now. So I'm going to draw up the 21 and just replace the needle on the 21 with the 25 gauge needle. So clean this off. It should be already sterile since it was already sealed, but make sure I get everything around there. Just like that. Let it dry for a second. Don't really want alcohol in the needle. Probably sting a little bit. I have an old Sharps container left over too for these that they sent me with my last IV antibiotics when I was at home on them. That was a little over 2 years ago. That I actually did them at home, so I do have one of the Sharpie containers left that I'll probably just dump these things into. So what out, just doing 1 ml, so I'll put about a little over 1 of air in there to make it easier to come out. You can see, maybe it's very slow. So like I said before, I opted for the injections because it is like significantly cheaper than the patches or the creams. The creams just seem like a pain in the butt to, you know, take a shower, apply it, then wait. My insurance didn't cover the androgel, which is the fastest drying one. The other one I had to wait like 2.5 hours before I could do anything, like in terms of come in contact with my dog or my wife or like that. So anyways, I got it up to 1. I'm gonna tip it back up like this and just pull a little bit of air in there. So you can see I'm pulling a little bit of air. So I'm gonna pull back and get the rest of it out of the plastic part of the needle at the top. Recap it and make sure all it's out of there. So I'm getting a little bit more out of there right now. You want to kind of be precise, obviously, because you're replacing your own body. You're basically replacing your entire body's testosterone with this synthetic. Not only that, I'm getting blood draws, you know, to check the dosage. In 8 weeks again. It was kind of high, so they're a little concerned. Not sure why, but they're going to do it again in 8 weeks. So So I took it off the 25, putting it back onto this one. So clean needle. I'm just going to push it up to the top. It's pretty easy once you get the hang of it to get it up to the top. Because it is so thick, there usually isn't any air bubbles either. So I'm going to go all the way up to the top until I see a bead come out. Bead came out. I usually I'll let the bead run down the needle a little bit for lubrication, so it's easier to penetrate the skin. So I'm just gonna prep my. I'm gonna do it in my delt. The nurse said to do it in my quad, but I'm just gonna do it in my delt. I feel more comfortable doing that. So I'll make sure I get everywhere. Let it dry for a second. Put it in. I'm going to pull back a little bit to aspirate, make sure there's no blood in the needle. Then push it back in. Push it all the way in. You're not going to do it fast. The slower you go, the better for absorption. You're not going to get, a knot there or anything like that by going slower. You can actually see some of the scarring because I'm on Accutane right now. My acne came back pretty bad again. So, oh well. But, so anyways, here we go. Pull the cap off. And go directly in, straight, 90-degree angle. Keep my arm bent, but relaxed. You don't want to tense up. It's kind of get the flu shot. You want to make sure you're as loose as possible. Obviously, you're about to give yourself an injection with a decent-sized needle. So as loose and, as humanly possible. So it should slide right in. I don't jab it. I just go nice and easy. Some people jab it really quick to break the skin. I'm just going to go nice and easy with it. So I'll pull this off. No blood return? So like I said, you have to go kind of slow. It's pretty thick, especially going through a 25 gauge needle. You also want to make sure your hands are really secure on the syringe itself, because you are applying a lot of pressure. So you want to make sure you don't slip off. Slip off and cram it deeper in the arm. It's probably gonna hurt a little bit. But honestly, it's pretty much pain-free. The needle slides right in. Once you're not, overly scared of needles or anything like that. But it goes in really smooth. Just takes a few minutes. And you don't want to rush it, like I said. You want to make sure you go nice and slow. I want to make sure I keep pressing. Until I'm positive everything went in there. Pull straight out. And got a little bit of blood. Not a big deal. So I didn't get another alcohol pad, so I was busting that one out really quick. Because I didn't bring any tissues or gauze with me. Because I didn't really think I was going to bleed, but I got a little bit of blood going down there. So let's wipe that off really quick. And alcohol's going to make you bleed a little bit more, obviously. So let's try to clean it up a little bit here. Now let's apply a little bit of pressure. Just massage it a little bit. It's almost like I said, it's almost like getting a flu shot. I'm fairly certain this stuff is a little bit thicker than that, the vaccine, obviously. So, because they put that in pretty fast. So what I do is I just massage it really good to make sure it gets dispersed a little bit. If you leave it in there and you cram it in too fast, like I said, it's going to knot up. It's going to sit in one spot in a ball, and it's going to be painful. So usually I would lift right after I inject something like this, but I'm not. It's late, so pretty clean. Should be good to go. And that was just the first one I did for you guys in the video. We got like a tad bit of blood. I mean, very like a small speck. So that's pretty much it, guys. I don't know exactly what my levels were. My nurse didn't say on the message that she left me. So I'm gonna call them tomorrow and try to figure that out. And they haven't called yet to reschedule the blood draw, but they said they're gonna do it in 8 weeks now. It was supposed to be getting in 6 months, but I said I wasn't feeling 100% yet, and with my levels being as high as they said they were, which was in the very high or just outside the normal range, they just want to make sure they monitor it and make sure, you know, the levels don't get any higher than that, or if they just don't start dipping or do anything weird. So I'm gonna let my body get adjusted to it and just do the blood draw again in 8 weeks. So that's it. Told you guys to give you a video, so you guys got a video.